Hi guys, welcome to the Zada Lash podcast. I'm your host, Michaela.
And I'm Tyson.
And we're the owners of Zada USA. We sell lash products and have online education for beginner and advanced lash artists and do in-person trainings located here in St. George, Utah. If this is your first time listening or watching our podcast, welcome. This is a safe space for all lash artists, whether you're beginner or advanced. And we just want to help as many of you as possible and just learn from our mistakes, and hopefully some of our tips and tricks to be a successful business owner will help you guys. So yeah, what have we been up to, Ty? There's a lot been going on. There's a few changes and exciting things that have happened since the last time we've chatted on here. Yeah.
We've just been crazy busy. I know we say this all the time, but we've been super busy working on some exciting things like Kayla was saying. We're actually going to be launching some new lash products here soon. So we're just kind of finalizing samples and manufacturing stuff and different designs, but we're super stoked.
Such a fun process.
Yeah, probably within the next 2 to 3 months, we should have the products launched. We're going to announce them here soon. So stay tuned for that. Kayla's also been working on an awesome ebook. It's a lash mapping ebook, kind of diving into like wispy sets and mapping for all, different kinds of sets and stuff. You want to talk a little bit about it? I don't know everything, but I was there for her training the other day. And it was like diving. On Instagram, I've been seeing so many like these wispy sets and
gotta
different
keep up
textures.
with the trends.
Yep, trending.
Tyson could do lashes if he tried.
Oh God, no, it's tough.
We should challenge him. Like, if Tyson can do a lash, like a wispy lash set.
Maybe that will be like a YouTube series where you could just like walk me through doing wispy sets. Or
let us know if you guys want to see this. It's actually annoying how talented he is. He picks things up like it so quick. I'm sure you can do it. Like, I already know.
I don't know about that. Like,
you know enough about lashes.
I know a good amount about lashing, but when it comes to like actually doing volume and pinching and all the fan making, it's tough.
Oh, it's so tough.
I have a huge respect for lash artists. Like, I know it takes a lot of practice and a lot of work, but
it is. It's
crazy.
It's a lot easier said than done. Like, you look at it and you're like, oh, that can't be too hard, and then you try it and you're like,
oh my gosh, this is tough.
No, what were we even talking about?
Just the lash mapping.
Oh yeah. So I'm super excited about it. So I created 3 specific sets that are customizable for different eye shapes and in different lengths and different like foundational styles. So I'm really excited for lash artists to get their hands on it. I'm just doing some like final touches on it. So hopefully within the next couple weeks, I will be launching it. So stay tuned for that. What else? Oh, Lash Bash.
Yep.
This is coming up in about 2 weeks, which I'm so excited to see all my lash besties and meet some new lash artists. So it is pretty much a big party for lash artists to connect and collaborate and just build forever friendships with. I've made such amazing friendships in the lash industry just going to these events. So I highly recommend, if you are going to be in the Vegas one, come say hi to us.
Yeah.
Ty's joining us as well.
I've never been to one of these events.
Yeah.
And Kayla's like keeps trying to get me to go to them and convince me, and I'm finally on board. So I'm stoked to go out there and meet all of the lash artists and other business owners and stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously we have a bunch of people who reach out to us on Instagram, or we're like social media friends, but we've never met a lot of these people, a lot of you guys. So
totally,
I'm stoked to go out there. It'll be fun. Like Kayla was saying, it's like a Valentine's theme, so she bought me like this pink shirt.
Yeah.
So I'll be ready. I'll be ready for it.
Balling out in his pink shirt. Oh, I'm excited. It'll be really fun. We'll have to take some cute pictures.
Yeah. So if you guys are going there, for sure.
Yes, please come say hi.
Say hi to us.
I know. I mean, honestly, we'll be chatting it up with people. So I'm really excited.
What else do we have going on? So we're going to Lash Bash, got all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all like the main things we have going on right now. So we're stoked for all that. But
been good.
Kind of diving into today's topic, what we're going to be covering is how to build a clientele, whether this is you're just starting out or you've lost a bunch of clients and you're like in a panic mode right now because it's the beginning of the year.
I feel like a lot of people have been going through that.
Yeah, like people can't afford lashes right now because they spent so much money on Christmas and the new year. And so, I know there's a good amount of lash artists that have reached out to us and have lost some clients and need to build their clientele back up. So hopefully this podcast, we can, give some of our tips, help you guys out that's kind of the point of like why we're doing this. Like Kayla said, we really want to just try to share our knowledge and our experiences through building
Learn
this
from us.
this lash business. And we've obviously made a lot of mistakes and had, some successes. So hopefully we'll just be able to bypass the mistakes and help you guys, fast track your way to success. But
Yeah, for sure.
to start, you're the master of lashing and building a clientele. You want to share in my opinion, there's a couple steps when it comes to like getting started. There's obviously, the whole Instagram, there's the website, and then there's, the booking software and all this good stuff. But you want to dive into like the Instagram side of things and what you recommend, like how to set it up properly and all that stuff.
Yeah, before we like touch on like social media stuff, like obviously like that's all important too, because like that's how you're going to market yourself. That's how people are going to find you.
Yeah.
But skill is going to get you way further in whether you're showing up on Instagram, anything.
Yeah.
If you have skill and you know your skill, that's why people are going to support you. You do a good job on one person, that is going to be a ripple effect. And so-and-so Susan had a good experience, and she's going to tell 5 of her friends, and she'll send her friends your way.
Yeah.
So, what were you going to say?
Nothing. I just think that kind of ties in with like continued education.
Yeah, I was just going to say investing in your education is
probably the most important thing.
It's probably one of the most important things because, you can only learn so much on your own.
Yeah.
What I've realized, like, having relationships with people and that, like, know something you want to know. What is that quote where it's like, knowledge? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking.
Were you about to say knowledge is power?
Yeah.
Or like,
I think
I get what you're
just
saying.
knowledge is
like
power.
surround yourself with people who are doing what you want to do.
Like a specific,
what you want to accomplish.
Yeah, pretty much the whole like knowledge is power thing. I feel like I was thinking of something else, but that's going to be the first thing. So making sure you're investing in the right course, whether that's online or in person, and ask questions. Make sure you're getting all of your questions answered. And with time, like I think, it's like, okay, I'm going to take this course and I'm going to be a master at this new skill.
Yeah.
And with lashes, like, that's unfortunately not the case. It's something that takes so much practice and muscle memory and
patience.
So don't give up on yourself. And just because you may not be as successful or like where you want to be right now, just because you just spent $2,000 on a course, give yourself time, give yourself grace, practice, and you get there.
For sure. And like we've even had like, I was just at Kayla's Lash training this last weekend.
I just had one this weekend,
And one of the girls there, she's taken a couple of Kayla's like in-person trainings. And one of them was her volume in-person training.
Yeah.
So this specific girl was going from like doing classics and she really wanted to learn volume. She showed up. I can't remember if it was a 2 or 3 day training, whatever.
It was a 2-day, yeah.
Yeah. And so, she shows up and she learns everything she needs to know and all this stuff. And she obviously, when you go to these trainings, you get the hands-on practice, you have the model day, you have all this, right? But I don't care how long it is. I don't care if it's a 2-day, a 3-day, a 5-day, a week-long training. Lashing or anything takes patience and it takes a lot of practice. And so this specific girl, like she even said, after your 2-day in-person training, like
it's so overwhelming. It's a lot of information.
It's a lot of knowledge. And she's like, you gave me all the information. And then I just kind of like froze up after I left and like didn't do it for a while. Just 'cause it was like, so new. And then she was like, you know what? Like I finally went full in and I just gave myself a couple weeks to practice hard on like what you taught me. And she's like, volume lashing has like changed the game for me completely.
Right.
So,
which is like so rewarding for me. I wish I could hold all my students' hands and like, be there for them and like, tell them, all right, you need to practice this amount of times or keep working on this. Like, but at the end of the day, it's like we're in control of our own outcome of lash, like business. Like if we want something, if we want to get better at isolation or get better at retention, like at the end of the day, it's like you can get that all the information you need.
You have to practice.
But if you don't put it like into the work or practice, like there's no reward.
No,
so,
for sure. Just be patient with yourselves and don't give up. But
so that's the whole point is first focus on your skill and then prioritize putting yourself out there. So Instagram is a great way. It's a free social platform and such a good way to connect with people in your local area. I think it's super important, especially when you're building a clientele, to target your local where you live, right? And a little bit of towns around there. So hashtags are super beneficial when it comes to finding or having clients find you. I have talked about this in previous podcasts. I think this was actually like talked about slightly in
The first one.
Yeah. How we can't expect people to come crawling to us when they have no idea that we're a new lash artist. And so reaching out to people as well in the area.
Just following.
Yes.
Following, the local girls, the moms, anybody who's interested in lashing who don't know about you, like be proactive and go out and start following those people, maybe leave a comment on their picture. And then all of a sudden they're going to see your account. They'll click on it, see that you're a lash artist. And if you've done things right and you have a good bio that explains where you're located,
your name,
what you offer, your name, all that good stuff, setting up, obviously a good profile picture, whether it's you or a professional picture of your logo. They'll see your work and, maybe even book with you. If you set stuff up correctly, your chances of getting clients in the door just through Instagram and following and liking people will go up quite a bit.
Oh, 1,000%. And, majority of people are on Instagram. A lot of moms out there too. I love how we always talk about moms as our clients. Yeah, and it's like the age range. Like it's not like specifically
for
moms.
Sure. But here that's
like at least where we're located, it's like anywhere from like the 20 to 45 like age range.
Yeah.
So pretty much wherever you're located, whether that's gonna be more like your college like age or older sometimes clients, more mature high school girls that mommy and daddy are paying for their lashes, So just get to know and pay attention to the type of client that is coming. So then you can kind of start focusing on who you need to be reaching out to or who you
need to be targeting.
Yeah. Oh, what I was going to say about Facebook is Facebook groups are actually super beneficial as well. There's a lot of local Facebook groups, whether that's like a neighborhood like Facebook community. Yeah. And you can just be like, hey, I'm a new lash artist in the neighborhood or area. And I would love to be able to do some of your lashes, referral program, just offer an incentive, whether that's $5, $10 off. And if you refer friends, they get $5 to $10 off as well.
Yeah.
So
just kind of putting yourself out.
Yeah. There's free ways to,
spread the word.
Yep.
I love it.
With that, I definitely have, I want to dive into the importance not only for social media, but through text and email marketing to build a clientele.
Yeah.
Ty is everything business. So I'm going to have him explain this to you guys because I can't even explain to you guys this correctly. So
yeah, no, I love this type of stuff.
Yes.
And like Kayla was saying, so, we've covered the whole Instagram thing, but let's say somebody goes to your Instagram page, they click on the book now button. Where does that take them to? And wherever somebody's taken to, whether it's your website or booking site, this is a crucial and super important part that a lot of lash artists and people just overlook or miss.
Yeah.
And there's a huge opportunity to capitalize on people because when you think about it and you break it down, lashing and getting clients in the door is a lot different than phone sales. You're not calling these ladies up and talking to them on the phone or seeing people in person unless you go to beauty shows or trade shows in your local area. For the most part, you're not talking to them in person. So your website is going to be your website and Instagram are going to be what sell your business for you. And if you set these things up properly, you'll be able to get clients no problem because it'll be a no-brainer for them. So your website and your booking site are super important. And how I would recommend setting it up is I would take your website and booking site super serious and have a real website for yourself because it is important. And so let's say I don't know the lash artist that I'm wanting to go to and I'm just kind of browsing around. If I click on your website, I'm wanting to look for certain information. I'm wanting to see what services you offer. I'm wanting to see what prices you have. I want to see your work, and I also want to see what other people are saying about your work. So those are kind of like 4 really important pillars. There's obviously some more, your contact information, all that good stuff. But
Yeah.
when you set up your website, you definitely want to have pictures of your work, your services clearly laid out, testimonials from your previous clients and
testimonials are
customers.
huge.
And when
Yep.
you're just getting started out, this can be testimonials from your friends or family who you've done their lashes.
Yeah.
Ask them, to write you a testimonial, or maybe it can even be a video. People love videos.
Videos go far.
Yep. Yep.
People like to see the videos.
Yeah. So have that on your website. And, if you have that stuff set up properly, people are going to go to your website and be like, oh my gosh, like this girl does amazing work. There's so many people talking about her work. And her prices are like pretty affordable. And you can clearly see that, she knows what she's doing. So I'm willing to pay, $200 a full set or whatever you're charging.
Whatever area.
But yeah, so having a website and a booking site set up properly is the number one thing.
Yep.
Another thing that goes along with this is kind of like Kayla was saying with email and text marketing. I don't see a lot of lash artists utilizing this.
Oh my gosh,
but it's so important. Like it really is.
Yes.
Pretty much every single client that comes to you, make sure you're capturing their email and their phone number. And there's a lot of automated systems you can set up on your website and your booking site. A lot of your booking sites, every time somebody books, you're going to have their phone number and email anyways.
Yeah.
But just make sure that you have those regardless.
Right.
Okay. And then knowing what to do with those is the next step.
Yeah.
So...
like, I have this information, but now, like, what do I do with it?
Oh, that's cool. I have an email. What do I do?
Cool.
I'm just going to shoot her a personalized email like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to like briefly dive into like how you can utilize phone numbers and emails to your advantage.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of different, providers out there. The one that we use is called Klaviyo or Klaviyo. I've actually really never learned how to say it properly.
I don't either.
But yeah, I say Klaviyo. It's klaviyo.com. This is basically...
Is it free or is it...
There is a free plan. I think it's up to like 250 like profiles for customers.
Cool. Yeah.
Once you get past that, you have to start paying.
Right. That's right.
But yeah, so it's free to start. And we use this for our texts and emails. But basically, once you have these customers, sending them like a weekly newsletter or bi-weekly newsletter, like saying like, hey, here's 7 tips to, increase your lash retention after your service. Here's, 3 tips to blah, 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 sending them. And it's what happens when you do that is it's almost a reminder. Like they'll see your email and be like, oh my gosh, I need to book my service, soon or whatever. And you can even do, promotional emails. Like maybe you've lost a couple clients or whatever circumstances happen. Well, you have a list of 50 of your, previous clients that you can just hit up and be like, hey, happy new year. I'm running a little like, New Year's discount, get 10% off of or a service. This week only, books are filling up fast. Click the link below to book now. Something
I love it.
super basic. If you send something like that, that's a good reminder. And all of your clients are going to be like, oh my gosh, I definitely need to book $10 off, whatever.
Right.
But the power of email and texting and the reason it's important is because unlike Instagram, you own that list. Like it's not
There's
going
no algorithm. There's no algorithm that you're fighting.
Yeah, like you're not fighting the algorithm, and with Instagram, like obviously as of lately, like we've seen, our own numbers decline, like our reach gets throttled and, if you're not boosting posts, it's like you have to spend money and it's crazy. So with Instagram, it's always changing, but with email and texts, you have those and you can utilize them at your fingertips, message your clients, whether it's like I was saying, newsletters, discounts, let them know what's going on. Always keeping them on the, having them keep you on the forefront of their mind is huge, but
totally beneficial for them and you. Yep.
Yeah. So those are just a couple of our tips that we have for gaining a clientele, retaining clients, getting your old clients back in the door and stuff like that. There's obviously so many other tools that you can use, but another huge thing I wanted to talk about is, we've kind of talked about Instagram and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You have an awesome website. You have a good Instagram. You're doing all these cool things. How do you get more traffic to your website, to your booking site, whatever?
Yeah.
And that's where, utilizing ads comes in.
Right.
And I could see.
I feel like, a lot of people don't know how to utilize ads properly. At least, like, we're just lash artists. Like, we don't know all the business side. Like, I think it's super important. Like, we can like share like some good tips for that too.
Yeah. And, I could sit here all day and talk about ads and
there's so much that goes into it.
and all this stuff. But I think just testing some stuff, and it doesn't even have to be complex. Like if I were to go and do something right now as a lash artist, I would go create a
basic rundown.
Like something super basic that you guys could take and apply today.
Yes.
I would go and I would create a reel. An Instagram reel, and maybe it's showing your salon space, and then a quick clip of like you doing lashes, and then maybe like a little before and after in this reel to some cute trending music, whatever. But the caption in the reel says accepting new clients, link in bio to book, whatever, something super basic. I would post that as a reel, obviously using the right hashtags, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then I would go and I would boost that reel. And I wouldn't just boost it because like a generic boost where Instagram kind of chooses who to show it to. Mm-hmm. You can go in there and you can select an audience and create an audience of who you want to choose.
Cool. Yeah.
And I would kind of go in there and I would choose, maybe 10 to 15 mile radius from where you're located.
Yeah.
I would target women. Ages, 20 to 45 or 55, or however old you want. You can go 65. I don't know what your guys' demographic is.
Right.
But I would target women ages, 20 to 60 or whatever, and just let it run and spend whatever you can. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If it's $2 a day, $3 a day, $5 a day, whatever you can afford.
That's our coffees.
Yeah.
That's
take
our
your
drink
coffee
addictions.
money and put it towards ads for a month and see what happens. But this will just kind of keep new eyeballs on you. And before you know it, you might be in town and like see somebody in the store and like, where have I seen you from?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're that Instagram girl who runs that ad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another way just to get like good foot traffic in the door. And,
I love it.
So I kind of have another idea. I know all this stuff is a lot, right? It's a lot to take in. And I know that lash artists have a hard time marketing themselves sometimes or don't know where to start, or, it's overwhelming, the whole ads and emails, and it sounds like a lot.
There's so much, that goes into it.
But we're kind of thinking about potentially putting out like a business course where I walk you guys through step by step how to set up the website, the booking site, the whole Instagram, and then, setting up the email and the SMS and all that good stuff. So stay tuned.
We're in the works of some big things, you guys. There's a lot gonna go on for Zada.
Yeah, and we're not gonna hold back because I've bought courses and stuff where people share all of their secrets with you and they leave out like the most important stuff.
Yeah, no, we want to help you guys. Like no gatekeeping here.
We're gonna tell you guys everything.
Yep.
I want to share all of our secrets so that you guys can really take these things and apply them and build a successful clientele, whether that's 6 figures, or whatever your number is. We want to help you get there and achieve it. But that kind of wraps up our podcast for today. You have anything else you want to add on?
No, I think you covered everything, like as far as that. So awesome, you guys. Well, thanks for tuning in today. We have been loving doing these podcasts, and we will see you guys in the next video. You guys can listen to us on Apple or Spotify. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below if you are watching on YouTube.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.
Bye.